I trace the outline and I go against the corner. My pencil jumps, jump. I felt the need to confess and get that off my chest because it has been bugging me since that day. When I go to flip it, if for some reason my screw wants to move it, I can say, no. I know that those are my corners. I know where it's supposed to be. I know I'm flipping it square. You can do it, you cannot do it. Confession time, folks. And this is why I said at the very, very beginning, way back in the day, if you're gonna have a comment, make it nice, because we're all still learning, and that includes me. I mean, I don't even know if I come across like I know everything, because I certainly don't feel like I do. I believe we have found at least another, addition to the potential flip-flop, I want to say the word, but F up. I did a little bit of, investigating, and I found out that my wasteboard is indeed not square to my machine. And I'm not gonna lie, it caused me some sleepless nights because I made a freaking video on how to make this thing, and it's not square. So I made sure that everything lined up nice. That way nothing moves around while you're marking and measuring everything out. My machine itself is square and carved square, but my machine and my wasteboard are not square and perpendicular to each other. So when, in my infinite wisdom, I was, setting up my original pieces to carve on here, they weren't square to each other. So no wonder when you flip it that it, has a little to it. So while I'm sure, the margin of error and the degree of error is a factor, my table saw blade, maybe not 100% true. All the things, all the cumulative things that we talked about, probably a factor as well. But one more factor in that is that my table was not square to my machine. So let that be a lesson. I really thought it was. I'm embarrassed beyond reason that it's not, because, this is what I'm supposed to be doing and helping people, and mine's not even square. So, it's like the teacher who, has a hard time when they get home after a day of being good to the students. So I'm not such a good teacher right now. Anywho, that could be a factor. At some point in the very near future, I am going to pull all of this out and I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to make sure that everybody's happy. The short-term fix that may be a long-term fix, quite honestly, and just it makes sense because you have as much control as you want over where this goes down, yes. But ultimately, when you screw the machine down, that's what you really care about, everything being square. So I grabbed a 1/4-inch bit and I took a line and I sliced it right into my wasteboard, and then I even did a perpendicular one, so I have something to line up to. Now, I have a feeling I'm going to come up with another idea for a video to, maybe we fix a messed up wasteboard, and that's my next project. But that is also a reason why when we did the flippy flop, I had a major heart attack when I did my, my fancy little corner flicks, and I thought I was so cool. Yeah, I wasn't cool at all. It didn't actually work. So let that be a lesson. Be really sure about what you're saying before you stick it on film or on video, and then throw it to the YouTubes, because now there's going to be a whole bunch of people who are probably going to comment and say blah 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 blah, and I'm going to say, well, folks, I'm doing the best I can. So I don't know if this is going to be a totally separate video or if we're going to blend it in, but yeah, I felt the need to confess and get that off my chest because it has been bugging me since that day. And Louis was trying to calm me down and said, it's all right, the index holes. And he was right about the index holes. It did carve fine. Everything's great. But it was really bugging me. I couldn't figure out why. And I believe we've come down to that's why. So double check before you start that everybody's happy. If you need to carve a line, and if you don't because you are that confident, then you did a better job on your wasteboard installation than I did. See you around the CNC.